In the busy and chaotic nature of our everyday lives, we often fail to recognize the importance of the relationships we build. We tend to see them as insignificant parts of our lives, without realizing the profound impact they have on our overall well-being. But what if I were to suggest that the quality of these relationships is the key to a life filled with happiness and satisfaction? Today, we embark on a journey to explore the timeless teachings of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that provides insights into resilience, inner peace, and living a virtuous life. At the core of this philosophy is the belief that the people we surround ourselves with play a crucial role in shaping our character and leading us towards a flourishing existence. Stoicism encourages us not only to endure the challenges of life, but also to actively choose who we associate with, surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift, inspire, and push us to be the best version of ourselves. In this exploration, we unveil a compendium of 12 unmistakable signs signaling the need for introspection and, perhaps, recalibration of our relationships, even if it means summoning the courage to part ways. Yet, this isn't solely about shielding ourselves from toxic influences. It's a profound exercise in aligning our lives with the cardinal virtues of Stoicism: wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. As we traverse through these insights, we illuminate a path towards not only personal serenity, but a deeper comprehension of what it means to lead a life steeped in Stoic principles. Whether you seek to foster healthier connections or summon the resolve to navigate challenging decisions, this discourse serves as a beacon, offering invaluable tools and perspectives to revolutionize your approach to interpersonal dynamics. Join me as we embark on this transformative journey, charting a course toward meaningful relationships and a life imbued with Stoic wisdom. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you liked the video. You can help me continue spreading the Stoic philosophy. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment on number 1. If you don't, please comment on number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's begin. Number 1. Consistent lack of respect. Respect forms the very foundation of any healthy relationship, serving as a cornerstone upon which trust and mutual understanding thrive. In the realm of Stoicism, respect resonates deeply with the virtue of justice, advocating for the fair and dignified treatment of all individuals. When we confront a consistent lack of respect within a relationship, we're not only grappling with a breach of interpersonal ethics, but also a departure from Stoic ideals. Imagine enduring a constant stream of dismissive behavior or insulting remarks, each instance gradually chipping away at your sense of self-worth and inner peace. This disregard for one's essential value not only disrupts the harmony of the relationship, but also undermines the pursuit of virtuous living, which is central to Stoic philosophy. Stoics view every interaction as an opportunity to embody virtues such as wisdom and fairness. However, when faced with persistent disrespect, individuals not only experience emotional distress, but also find it difficult to strive for moral excellence. Whether it takes the form of direct insults, demeaning comments, or a consistent pattern of neglect, the absence of respect clearly indicates a departure from Stoic principles in the relationship. Stoicism advises against reacting to such offenses with emotions like anger or resentment, as these reactions are seen as counterproductive to achieving inner tranquility. Instead, it promotes the idea of responding in a measured way based on reason, judgment, and emotional detachment. This means recognizing that the lack of respect goes against virtuous behavior and calmly considering how it affects one's journey towards a good life. Dealing with a consistent lack of respect is not just about preserving oneself. It is a proactive effort to maintain one's moral integrity and protect mental well-being. This involves making a deliberate choice that aligns with Stoic values and refusing to tolerate behaviors that undermine dignity and mutual respect. Whether it's through setting boundaries, having open conversations, or ultimately ending the relationship, seeking justice and respect remains crucial in the Stoic pursuit of virtue. Another aspect to consider is the negative impact it has on mental health. Our psychological well-being is closely tied to the people we surround ourselves with, a concept emphasized in Stoicism. At the core of this philosophy is the development of inner calmness, a state of peaceful composure amidst the chaotic ups and downs of life. Stoicism does not encourage the suppression of emotions, but rather teaches us to understand and skillfully manage them, particularly in our interactions with others. If you consistently find yourself struggling with feelings of anxiety, sadness, or stress that are triggered by someone's presence or influence in your life, it's a clear sign that the relationship may be harmful rather than supportive. Stoicism, instead of endorsing the passive endurance of such turmoil, urges us to actively create environments that foster our mental and emotional well-being. Relationships that drain our emotional resources or contribute to a constant sense of personal diminishment conflict with the Stoic pursuit of inner peace and living with purpose. The Stoics believe that our happiness does not depend on external circumstances, but on developing a sense of inner calmness. However, they also emphasize the importance of protecting this inner peace from disruptive influences. Seneca, one of the prominent Stoic philosophers, frequently praised the benefits of surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and inspire us, while advocating for intentionally distancing ourselves from those who spread negativity. Reflecting on the impact a relationship has on your mental well-being goes beyond acknowledging negative emotions. It requires taking decisive action to protect your peace of mind. This could involve setting clear boundaries or even ending relationships that consistently disturb your emotional balance. By doing so, you are not avoiding discomfort, but rather embracing Stoic principles by actively choosing a path guided by reason, emotional strength, and above all, serenity. When a relationship consistently causes mental distress, it is a strong signal to reevaluate and potentially adjust your social connections. This does not indicate weakness, but rather a strategic move towards creating a healthier and more harmonious life, a fundamental goal in the practice of Stoicism. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please indicate by commenting number 1 below to let me know you're still with me. Number 3, misaligned values. Core beliefs and values serve as our compass, guiding us in navigating the complexities of life and making choices that align with our true selves. When these foundational principles continuously clash with those of someone close to us, it can lead to significant internal conflicts. Stoicism emphasizes harmony and personal integrity, making such misalignments not just inconvenient, but a serious concern. The Stoics believed that inner peace is achieved by leading a virtuous life based on moral principles. However, when someone close to us holds values that contradict our own, it challenges our ability to maintain this peace. For instance, if truthfulness is an important value for us but a loved one frequently lies, this fundamental difference can create ongoing tension and discomfort. As time goes on, these conflicts can erode the trust and mutual respect necessary for a healthy relationship. Additionally, Stoicism teaches us to reflect on our associations and ensure that they support our moral and personal development. Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the importance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who embody the virtues we aspire to. When our core values do not align with those of our associates, it can hinder our progress as Stoics. We may find ourselves compromising these values or constantly facing ethical conflicts. To address such misalignments, it is necessary to carefully analyze the relationship. This may involve having open and honest discussions where both parties can express their values and determine if there is a possibility for mutual understanding or compromise. However, if the differences are too significant, it might be necessary to reconsider the role of the relationship in your life. This is not about labeling the other person as wrong, but rather acknowledging that not every relationship contributes to your personal and ethical growth. Recognizing and addressing discrepancies in values is essential for maintaining internal peace and ensuring that our relationships support our journey towards living a virtuous and fulfilling life. This alignment is at the core of the Stoic goal of tranquility and, ultimately, happiness. They are the foundation upon which you establish your sense of self and make decisions that deeply resonate with who you are and what you believe in. However, when these fundamental principles consistently clash with those of someone close to you, it can create a profound inner conflict. Stoicism, which places importance on living in accordance with nature and personal integrity, particularly emphasizes the significance of aligning our values. According to this philosophy, inner peace comes from leading a life of virtue that is in harmony with moral principles. Consequently, when we come into contact with someone whose values differ significantly from our own, it challenges our ability to maintain this inner peace. For example, let's say that honesty is one of your core values, yet someone you care deeply about frequently evades the truth. In a situation like this fundamental difference becomes a constant source of tension and discomfort. Over time, these conflicts can erode the foundation of trust and mutual respect necessary for cultivating a healthy relationship. Going deeper, Stoicism urges us to assess the people we associate with, making sure that they support our moral and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently emphasized the importance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who embody the virtues that we strive to cultivate. When our fundamental values do not align with those of our companions, it hinders our development as Stoics. We may find ourselves compromising our values or constantly struggling with ethical dilemmas. Resolving such discrepancies requires a thoughtful examination of the dynamics of the relationship. It involves open conversations where both parties express their values and seek mutual understanding or compromise. However, if the divide proves insurmountable, we may need to reassess the role of that relationship in our lives. This does not mean passing judgment on the other person, but rather acknowledging that not every relationship contributes to our personal and ethical growth. Recognizing and addressing misaligned values is not only about maintaining inner peace, but also about ensuring that our relationships support moral living and fulfillment. This alignment is crucial in our pursuit of peace of mind and ultimate happiness, echoing the fundamental principles of Stoicism. The fifth principle is manipulation. In Stoicism, the pursuit of authenticity and clarity reigns supreme. These virtues guide us to live in harmony with our true selves and the world around us. Manipulation, however, poses a significant threat to these principles. It distorts reality, twisting it to serve the manipulator's interests while leaving the manipulated person in a state of confusion and uncertainty. This distortion can lead individuals astray, clouding their judgment and diverting them from the Stoic goal of living a rational and virtuous life. In the realm of relationships, manipulation often arises through subtle but harmful psychological tactics that can be difficult to detect. It can take the form of blatant deceit or more subtle strategies such as making someone feel guilty or gaslighting, where one's perception of reality is distorted and questioned. For followers of Stoicism, manipulation presents a significant challenge. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of seeing things as they truly are, without being influenced by external distortions. When subjected to manipulation, individuals have their independence compromised and their ability to make reasoned judgments undermined. Fighting against manipulation requires steadfast adherence to Stoic principles, a commitment to seeking truth, living with integrity, and protecting one's independence. This may involve setting clear boundaries with the manipulator and increasing awareness of the signs of manipulative behavior. It is crucial to reaffirm our values and act in accordance with them, resisting the urge to impulsively react to manipulative tactics. Confronting manipulation also requires the practice of self-reflection in line with Stoic principles. This involves carefully examining the nature of the relationship and our own reactions to it. Through introspection, we can gain insight into whether the relationship can be saved through honest communication and mutual efforts to make positive changes, or if it is better to disengage. In Stoicism, maintaining our moral integrity and inner peace often means making difficult, yet necessary decisions, especially when it comes to protecting ourselves from harmful influences. Breaking free from manipulative relationships goes beyond simply avoiding negative influences. It involves a profound alignment with the Stoic goal of living a truthful and authentic life. This realignment fosters clarity of thought, sound decision-making, and a deeper sense of tranquility, essential components of the Stoic journey. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Number 6, lack of trust. Trust isn't merely a component of relationships. It serves as their very bedrock. Within the framework of Stoicism, trust aligns seamlessly with the virtue of justice, which underscores fairness, honesty, and reliability. It's an indispensable element for fostering deep, meaningful connections. Without trust, relationships teeter on shaky ground, plagued by doubt and insecurity, hindering the possibility of genuine intimacy and connection. Stoicism imparts the importance of being dependable and truthful, not solely because these are virtuous qualities, but because they cultivate an environment conducive to trust. When trust diminishes in a relationship, it often indicates a deviation from these principles of remaining calm and composed. This erosion can set off a chain reaction of negative emotions and behaviors. Honesty gives way to suspicion, optimism is taken over by fear, and instead of progressing together, individuals find themselves trapped in an endless struggle against potential betrayal. Fixing the lack of trust requires going back to the basic principles of Stoicism. It requires self-reflection and communication. Are my actions contributing to this breach of trust? Am I embodying transparency and reliability to the fullest extent? Stoicism urges us to confront these questions directly, advocating for a return to honesty and sincerity as the path to restoring trust. If the lack of trust comes from the other person, a Stoic approach might involve showing empathy and understanding, but also establishing boundaries when necessary. This involves having difficult conversations in order to uncover the underlying cause of trust issues. If the issues are deemed insurmountable, steps should be taken to protect one's peace of mind and commitment to Stoic principles. This may involve distancing oneself from relationships where trust cannot be rebuilt. Trust is not only crucial for the health and longevity of relationships, but it is also essential to the practice of Stoicism. Stoicism values the tranquility that comes from knowing one is in a reliable and secure bond. In the absence of trust, it is a clear indication to reevaluate and potentially adjust the dynamics of the relationship in line with Stoic ideals. This process is not only about cultivating healthier relationships with others, but also about honoring philosophical commitments and staying true to oneself. Number 7. Any form of abuse is condemned unequivocally by Stoicism, including physical, emotional, and verbal abuse. Such actions are completely contrary to the Stoic principle of recognizing the inherent value and worth of every human being. Abuse, in any form, undermines the core principles of living a virtuous and meaningful life. In Stoic philosophy, enduring abuse is never seen as a noble duty. Instead, Stoics advocate for the unwavering protection of one's own self-respect and personal well-being above all else. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most influential Stoic thinkers, emphasized the importance of maintaining an inner fortress, a strong and resilient set of principles and mental toughness against external hardships, including abuse. Recognizing and addressing any kind of abuse is crucial not only for physical safety but also for the preservation of mental health and dignity. The Stoic response to such violations involves decisively and immediately distancing oneself from the source of abuse. This is not about seeking revenge or holding on to resentments, but rather about making a rational decision to remove oneself from harmful situations that go against Stoic principles. The process of untangling oneself from abusive dynamics is in line with the Stoic belief in self-care, which is vital for leading a virtuous life. It involves taking proactive steps to protect one's well-being and ensuring that one's surroundings and relationships contribute positively to one's moral and philosophical goals. If you find yourself trapped in an abusive situation, it is crucial to take action to protect yourself and seek help if needed. Stoicism is not only about enduring hardships stoically, but it also emphasizes the importance of acting wisely and bravely in the face of injustice. This might involve reaching out to trusted individuals such as friends, family, or professionals who can provide support and guidance as you navigate the path towards safety and dignity. Number 8. Absence of growth or mutual support. In Stoicism, the pursuit of personal and moral growth is not merely encouraged. It is at the core of the philosophy's ethos regarding leading a virtuous life. Stoics see life as an ongoing opportunity for improvement and enlightenment, emphasizing the importance of assisting one another on the journey toward virtue and wisdom. Therefore, when a relationship lacks this essence of growth or mutual support, it strongly contradicts Stoic principles and potentially hinders your personal development. Prominent Stoic figures such as Seneca and Epictetus frequently discuss the concept of synergy or cooperation, highlighting the pivotal role of relationships in our moral education and self-improvement. A relationship should embody a symbiotic exchange where both individuals challenge and inspire each other in their pursuit of self-improvement. This support goes beyond just offering encouragement in difficult times. It involves actively nurturing each other's personal development through honest feedback, shared experiences, and unwavering support in upholding one's values. Being in a relationship that lacks growth or support can feel like being stuck in one place while the rest of the world moves forward. This lack of progress can lead to a pervasive feeling of dissatisfaction, realizing that your potential is untapped, or a general unease caused by unfulfilled aspirations. In Stoic philosophy, such situations require self-reflection and decisive action. It involves identifying the root causes of stagnation and taking proactive steps to address them. Rectifying the lack of growth and support may involve initiating open discussions about your needs and aspirations. It could also involve redefining the objectives of the relationship or, in more extreme cases, acknowledging that the relationship may no longer promote personal growth. Stoicism teaches that sometimes the most logical and courageous action is to distance oneself from relationships that no longer align with the pursuit of a virtuous life. According to Stoics, every relationship is an opportunity to build virtues and help each other progress towards wisdom and contentment. A relationship that fails to contribute to this overall goal may not only be neutral, but may actually hinder progress and therefore requires reassessment. Therefore, recognizing and addressing the lack of growth and support is not just about seeking personal satisfaction, but about aligning your relationships with your core values and striving towards the Stoic ideal of a fulfilling life. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons helpful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching with me. Number 9 is persistent selfish behavior. In Stoic philosophy, relationships are seen as fertile grounds for developing virtues like generosity, fairness, and reciprocity. They involve a mutual exchange where both parties contribute to each other's well-being. However, consistent selfish behavior within a relationship goes against Stoic ethics, which emphasize the importance of considering and supporting one another. This imbalance not only undermines the integrity of the relationship, but also hinders personal and moral growth, which are fundamental principles in Stoic philosophy. When one person consistently prioritizes their own needs and desires over their partners, it disrupts the necessary balance for a healthy partnership. Stoicism teaches that virtue is found in living in harmony with oneself and having self-control. It encourages individuals in relationships to value their partner's well-being as equal to their own. When there is a constant presence of selfishness, resentment, and unhappiness, it slowly erodes the trust and affection between partners. Dealing with ongoing selfish behavior requires self-reflection and honest communication. Stoic principles suggest that individuals should calmly and openly express their concerns, focusing on the impact of the behavior rather than placing blame. This involves starting a conversation with the aim of restoring balance and nurturing a spirit of generosity in the relationship. However, Stoicism also recognizes the importance of self-respect and individual independence. If attempts to rectify the imbalance prove futile, Stoicism advises exercising discernment to recognize when a situation is beyond one's control and when it may be prudent to disengage from fundamentally incompatible relationships. From the Stoic perspective, every interpersonal exchange presents an opportunity to embody virtue. A relationship marred by persistent selfishness is not merely a personal challenge but a philosophical one, an obstacle to living a life characterized by mutual respect, support, and the continual evolution of all involved. Acknowledging and addressing such hurdles is not merely about securing personal contentment, but about upholding a moral and ethical framework that enriches both oneself and others. Number 10 is destructive communication. Stoic philosophy places great importance on rationality and wisdom, extending these principles to the realm of communication. In any relationship, it is important for communication to be honest, constructive, and uplifting. This idea aligns with the Stoic belief that our words should reflect our virtues, as we have the power to either support and inspire others or bring them down. Engaging in constant negative communication, such as criticism, sarcasm, and belittling remarks, can undermine the respect and understanding necessary for a healthy relationship. When communication consistently becomes destructive, it goes beyond just causing immediate pain. It gradually changes how individuals perceive and interact with each other, eroding trust and affection over time. The Stoic approach to this challenge involves carefully considering not only what is being said, but also how it is being communicated. Stoicism teaches us to regulate our reactions and choose our words wisely, ensuring they are aligned with our principles of justice and kindness. This entails actively infusing our conversations with positivity and support. Moreover, when conflicts arise, the aim should be to resolve them and rebuild understanding, rather than seeking victory or diminishing the other person. Addressing and transforming destructive communication necessitates a concerted effort. It may involve setting specific communication goals, honing active listening skills, or even seeking external assistance, such as counseling, to improve communication dynamics. The Stoic practice of self-reflection plays a pivotal role here. It entails regular evaluation of our communication habits and contemplation on whether they align with our ethical and philosophical aspirations. Should attempts to reform communication patterns prove futile, Stoicism acknowledges the importance of safeguarding one's well-being. In cases where negative communication persists and inflicts harm, distancing oneself might be imperative to uphold personal tranquility and integrity. This decision, guided by Stoic wisdom, is not made lightly but is viewed as a necessary step towards nurturing a virtuous life free from perpetual discord. Number 11. Disregard for personal needs. Within Stoicism, the reverence for personal needs and boundaries holds paramount importance for both self-respect and relational harmony. Neglecting or downplaying these aspects can breed significant imbalances, fostering an environment ripe for disrespect and discontent. Stoic philosophy champions clear communication and mutual respect as the bedrock upon which healthy relationships must be built. When an individual consistently disregards or trivializes your needs, It sends a resounding message that your well-being holds little importance within the relationship. This disregard may manifest through repeated boundary violations, unilateral decision-making that affects both parties, or a failure to acknowledge and honor feelings and preferences. Such behaviors not only corrode trust and equality within the relationship, but also chip away at individual self-worth and autonomy, core facets that Stoics endeavor to safeguard. Confronting these issues necessitates a steadfast acknowledgement and validation of one's own needs and boundaries. From the Stoic standpoint, this isn't an act of selfishness, but rather an exercise in self-preservation, ensuring that one's moral and emotional integrity remains intact. Subsequently, articulating these needs assertively and unequivocally to the partner or friend becomes imperative. This dialogue ought to be approached not with confrontation, but to enlighten the other party about the significance of these needs in fostering a healthy relationship dynamic. However, if despite these discussions, the disregard for personal needs continues, it could be a sign that it is necessary to reevaluate the dynamics of the relationship. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of surrounding oneself with people who enhance, rather than hinder, one's life. If a relationship consistently falls short of this ideal, causing more turbulence than peace, it may be wise to create some distance. This decision is not meant as a rejection or abandonment, but a deliberate choice to prioritize personal well-being and moral integrity, values at the heart of Stoic philosophy. While Stoicism promotes enduring adversity with courage and resilience within social connections, it also emphasizes the importance of living according to one's principles. A relationship that routinely neglects an individual's needs is likely incompatible with the Stoic pursuit of a balanced and virtuous life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Number 12 refers to the absence of mutual accountability. Mutual accountability is not just a beneficial aspect of relationships. It is an indispensable cornerstone. Stoicism, with its emphasis on personal responsibility and integrity, highlights the importance of being accountable for our actions. This shared commitment to accountability forms the foundation for trust and respect, which are crucial for nurturing lasting and resilient relationships. However, when this accountability weakens, it triggers a chain reaction that results in recurring misunderstandings and gradually undermines the trust that is fundamental to healthy interactions. In the practice of Stoicism, individuals are encouraged to engage in self-reflection, examine their actions, and take ownership of them. This entails not only recognizing when one's actions have negatively affected another person, but also sincerely attempting to make amends whenever possible. When there is a lack of mutual accountability in a relationship, it creates an uneven power dynamic where one or both individuals feel excluded or dismissed. This imbalance is extremely unsettling because, according to Stoic principles, relationships should provide support and personal growth, helping each person align with their own virtues and values. To address the lack of mutual accountability, it requires a deliberate effort to have open and honest communication. Both parties need to clearly express their expectations and reach a shared understanding of what being accountable means within their relationship. This may involve establishing specific standards of behavior, discussing the consequences of actions, and implementing regular check-ins to ensure that both individuals feel valued and respected. However, if attempts to instill mutual accountability fail to yield positive results and the imbalance persists, it becomes imperative to reassess the viability of the relationship. Stoicism does not advocate enduring detrimental circumstances indefinitely. Rather, it encourages individuals to seek out and cultivate relationships that foster moral and personal growth. Cultivating an environment where mutual accountability is prioritized isn't just about preserving harmony within the relationship. It's about actively nurturing a partnership that embodies the Stoic ideals of justice, wisdom, and courage. A relationship that consistently falls short of embodying these virtues may deviate from the Stoic path toward a fulfilling and virtuous life. Therefore, recognizing and addressing the absence of mutual accountability is not only about seeking personal fulfillment, but also about aligning relationships with fundamental Stoic values and aspirations. As we draw the curtains on this chapter of our journey together, let us not forget that the wisdom of the Stoics transcends the pages of ancient texts. It serves as a dynamic and ever-relevant compass for navigating the intricacies of modern existence. Thank you for accompanying us on this exploration today. As we conclude, we invite you to share your reflections in the comments below. And if you found value in our discussion, consider subscribing to our channel for more insights and discussions on Stoicism and beyond. Until we meet again, may the Stoic principles guide and inspire you on your path to a more meaningful and virtuous life.